Canine Companions for Independence recently held their May 2012 graduation ceremony in Islandia. The organization provides and trains assistance dogs for persons with disabilities other than blindness. Canine Companions for Independence Northeast Regional Director Deborah Doherty says this is one of the largest classes they've ever graduated.
We have a very long candidate list, and we had the dogs that were suitable for those matches, so we were able to do a class of 13. And what also enabled us was that there were about 4 local families from Long Island who chose to not stay in our dormitory rooms because we only have 11 of those, and that's usually what our limitation is.
It's truly amazing to get him. You know, I'm still emotional over the whole deal. You know, it's like the best Christmas present in the world. It's like a boot camp. It's a lot of work. Working with these guys. The first 2 days you don't know who you're getting. On the 3rd day you get your dog, and you start to work with them and bond with them. At the end of the week you get to take them back to your room with them, and now he starts depending on you for everything else. And you got to feed them, you got to take them out, groom them, and everything else. And it's a lot of work, but without it, I don't know what we'd do. He's a helper. He's a companion for me. He's a help for me when I go someplace to be able to, carry things and stuff. And he's an icebreaker too a lot of times with people.
It feels great. I'm exhausted and thrilled, all in the same moment. I'm hoping it'll give her greater independence and a calmness. 2-week training is exhausting, but a great experience. I learned a lot.
And they were delightful to have in class, and Emma is going to just love Numa, and they're going to make a great pair.
So first, I'm very proud of my wife. My wife and my 2 boys, they raised Numa. They did the majority of the work. I just kind of sat in the background and got to enjoy it. I have firsthand knowledge how powerful Jillian has been for me, and I know there's no doubt in my mind that Numa will give Emma years of great companionship, great service, and ultimately let her live a more independent life.
I really love her. I was crying. It's just a miracle to have her.
Oh man, I can't even describe the feeling. This dog is going to change his life forever. The unconditional love, the non-judgmental, just everything about her is going to really change his life for the best, and it's already started. Just over the last 2 weeks, we've already seen so much positive changes. I think it's only going to grow. They're already bonded. It was pretty vigorous. 2 weeks, full-time training, and it really pulled out a lot of qualities within ourselves that we didn't even know that we had. Learning to work with the dogs and be able to manage them in public was basically the big task, but it taught us a lot of life lessons too. And really, this has been just the most amazing experience in the whole entire world for us. She's our miracle, His gift from God, I feel like.
My favorite part was really just being with her. Felt really happy, and he is the best dog that I ever seen, and she is like the half of my heart that I will never forget.
He just kept everybody on their toes, and he formed such a bond immediately with Jan. It was just amazing and lovely to watch and lovely to see. And it was so heartwarming. It did bring tears to my eyes many times watching them in class.
It was a very long process, very challenging training. And at the end of all the training, I feel very happy that I've been matched with Liz and that we can continue a great relationship together. The training was very demanding because not only did we have classroom instruction, we had hands-on instruction inside the classroom, and after that we had training on site, like at various places like Target, Stop and Shop supermarket, and also the mall. So we are out in different areas and with a lot of distractions for the dogs. So we had to utilize the training that we received and made sure that they were listening to us so they can perform their job as a working dog. In the military, we also work with dogs. They're also service members with us. So me being matched with Liz is more as a team member in the military. And not only do we work together, but when it's time to relax and have fun, we're going to relax and have fun. But when it's time to work, we'll work to the best of our abilities. I have to read her signs and she has to read mine, and we work together to reach the goal so I can gain more independence in my life.
It was a pleasure being here today and beginning to realize the services they have for people who are disabled and the training program through which the dogs go. It was a pleasant surprise. This is my first time attending an affair of this type, but it won't be my last. In fact, I'm going to try and volunteer to do something within the organization. Not just because of my son, but because of the program and what I see it's able to do for people who are disabled. And many people who are not disabled don't realize how effective this program is and how far-reaching it is within our country.
Another veteran graduate of the class was 26-year-old Marine Sergeant John Peck, who was wounded in Afghanistan. He graduated with his assistance dog, Nasser.
John and Nasser are going to make an amazing team together. It was just delightful to see John here. It was a long journey for him to get here, and we're glad that we were finally able to serve him and James and give back to those who have sacrificed so much for this country.
Aside from the graduating Canine Companions teams, there were several puppies that were turned in to start their journey towards becoming CCI dogs.
This is the first time I've raised. I had Juma starting in last April, and back when he was about 2 months old, and turned him in today, and every moment of it was great. There were some tough parts. It was really hard to get him to speak. That's one of the commands they need to know. And we'll see how the rest of today goes when I have to say goodbye to him. That might be the toughest part.
This is my first time, this is my first dog, and they actually came to me because I have an English Bulldog who's a therapy dog, so they liked the work that I did with her and asked me to raise Vince. He's definitely high energy in regards to an English Bulldog, so that was a big transition. But overall, you see these growths that are really amazing, and especially the age at which you get them 8 weeks, and you really start the disciplining and the routining and everything, and the new commands and such. To see them progress so quickly, it really is truly a remarkable thing. So these dogs are definitely bred well and are remarkable in their own sense.
They take our puppies for 14 to 16 months. They raise them, socialize them, teach them house manners, basic obedience, and then give them back to us so we can finish their more advanced training at our facility for 6 more months and then match them with someone on our list. And we would not be able to do that if it were not for our puppy raisers. And we always need more because our applicant list is now at about 100. And so that we're looking at about a year to a year and a half wait for a dog.
For more information about the organization, you can check out their website at cci.org. Chris Collora reporting.